Hey, it is Box Office Buddies, and we're back. It's been a while. It's been a week, month of August here, and not much has come out, either mass appeal wise or of personal interest to me. Glimmer of Hope, Leave No Trace. Now, I was pretty excited about this one. It stars Ben Foster. I think he's one of the best in the business. And this movie has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
I see by your surprise
Wow.
that you would not agree with that assessment.
I don't agree with it at all. I mean, this is a well-made film.
Yeah, what it's about, just to quickly throw us in there, it's a father and daughter who basically live in national parks, in the woods, in the wild, together. They don't believe in the standard life. They don't have a home as such. Their home is their camp, whatever campground they make.
It's each other.
Yeah, and it looks at chronicles the struggles that they have when they're not able to live that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. What were you saying? That you were saying that it is a well-made film, but then it looked like
it's extremely underutilized. It underutilizes every possible thing that you could use to make it more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The actors are underutilized. Not that they don't do a good job, but it's just there. They're just doing things, and it's not interesting to look at. It's not interesting to perceive. The emotion very rarely comes through. There's very little tension, I guess, between them, really. It just kind of moves along.
I agree with everything you said. Honestly, underutilized, hugely accurate word.
And the scenarios that they find themselves in.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk about that, because
yeah.
You would think that it would show more.
No, exactly. I mentioned Ben Foster. Amazing actor. Check out some of his other stuff. He's so good.
And that girl too. That girl was really good.
And that's the thing. And then you have his daughter, played by Thomasin Harcourt Mackenzie. She was very good.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like the story was more about her, and I actually would have liked it to be more about him, because they're living this lifestyle because of him, and he's the the reason that everything happens. So I want to know more about him and why he's living the way he lives and involving his daughter in all of this, right? And yeah, you talk about scenarios, like, exactly, you have this story where people are living in the wild, basically. You have so much opportunity to make that suspenseful, interesting, revealing, like informative.
Yeah. Because you're living in the wild, it's dirty, you know, you're outside of the traditional comforts that you have to live in.
Yeah.
And they don't really show that.
None of it. It was unbelievable how, like, I was on board at first, because I was like, this is a cool movie, I like the premise, I like what they're doing with it, and then it never moves from there. It's basically a really long...
It's a plateau.
Long, drawn-out story to get you to the last 2 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, this movie should have been a short film in some art house somewhere.
This was directed by Deborah Granick, who also directed a movie that I also think is overrated, which is Winter's Bone.
Never saw that. I've heard of it, though.
That is the movie that gave Jennifer Lawrence basically her big start, and it's like a revenge movie, also taking place kind of in the winter wilderness.
Okay.
And people really liked it. I was very indifferent.
It sounds interesting, though.
Exactly. And I feel like maybe Deborah Granick...
She's good at premises, but not good at execution.
Yeah.
Premises.
Yeah, anytime you're like, oh, I want to know more about this, or I want to see more of this. No, you don't get that. Have this instead. Have the story just trudge along and see more of nothing.
Well, yeah, and it really is nothing.
It is not bad.
No, it's not bad. But we should clarify that I was disappointed. I don't think this was a bad movie.
No, but I can't say it's any better than mediocre. I can't call this a good movie either.
It was. I
it was
resist.
too
I resist
long, too
using-
boring.
Yeah, I resist using the word good to describe it.
Yeah. Marvel The Matrix. That I would call it wild. This is a movie that came out 2 years ago, starring Reese Witherspoon, where she undertakes like the California hiking trail, and that one also got a lot of critical acclaim. I thought it was so boring.
I would compare this to a bad version of Waititi's New Zealand movie that basically does the exact same thing, but it is
But good,
awesome.
very well.
Every minute of that movie is entertaining. That's a brilliant film. What's it called again? Do you
Hunt
remember?
for the Wilder People.
Hunt for the Wilder People. It's amazing, that movie. And this is basically the same thing.
To me, it's like night and day how well made one of them is versus how
Right, yeah. So
lacking.
this is like the
No
bad. This is like
traces.
the bad version, the empty version of that movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I would, if I would have thought ahead of time, I would have actually come up with a better comparison than that there. But just
Right.
to give you an idea of what it is that we're talking about.
Yeah, sure. If you were thinking of seeing this movie, and I've saved you time, give me a big thank you in the comments and like the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell next to the subscribe button, and see more of these. We'll be back.
Not movies like Leave No Trace. See more of these reviews.
We'll be back, and I'll be back with other buddies soon. Take care.